rain is drumming on the plastic roof, and the kitchen sink is leaking on the floor. I spent 3 years waiting for the proof that there was something worth the fighting for. I've got mud upon my boots and in my soul, counting copper just to pay the heavy toll. But I'm looking at the man within the glass, watching all the bitter weather pass. And it's the greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm the greatest of all time. I climbed the mountain in my head, and I'm standing here alive instead. The greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. I met my brother down at the King's Arms. We drank cheap lager till the lights went low. He talked about the city and its charms and how he's got 1,000,000 miles to go. But I'm happy with the pavement and the grit. I finally found the heart to never quit. I'm a king inside this coat of faded blue, doing things I never thought I'd do. And it's the greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm the greatest of all time. I climbed the mountain in my head, and I'm standing here alive instead. The greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. There were nights I felt so small, staring at the writing on the wall. But I didn't break and I didn't bend. I found a way to start again, my friend. And it's the greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm the greatest of all time. I climbed the mountain in my head, and I'm standing here alive instead. The greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Beneath the gray and white, it's the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. All time. Kick the gravel off the rusty rim. The afternoon is looking slim. The radio is spitting fire and smoke, telling every punchline to the joke. I left the gray walls far behind, got a different kind of peace to heart. Rushing past every empty yard, no more looking in the glass, watching all the years go past. Yeah, it's the anthem of the road, shouting till the valves get hot, carrying a heavy load to the only place I got. I remember just a few more miles. Anthem of the road. Driving home now. Yeah, we're going home now. Keep on rolling. Just a few more miles. My old man held a heavy wooden box, worn at the edges like the river rocks. He'd strike a chord and let the spirit out before I knew what life was all about. All about. It's that timeless thunder rolling through the bone, a weight that carries when you're all alone. The needle bites down on the spinning black and brings 100 years of lightning back. Lightning back. I watch my boy pick up the rusted slide, trying to find where all the power hides. It's more than leather and a steel string. It's the way a dying man begins to sing. Begins to sing. It's that timeless thunder rolling through the bone, a weight that carries when you're all alone. The needle bites down on the spinning black and brings 100 years of lightning back. The rain might stop and the clouds might clear, but that low rumble is the thing we hear. It crosses rivers and it climbs the hill, while every other sound is standing still. It's that timeless thunder rolling through the bone, a weight that carries when you're all alone. The needle bites down on the spinning black and brings 100 years of lightning back. Hear it rolling in the wooden and the wire, timeless thunder. Boot heel kicks that heavy iron stand, the chrome bars biting into that midday heat. Red dust kicking off the gravel drive, black oil pooling around my leather boots. Feel the engine wake up and start to fight. Fire breathing through the twin exhaust, 6-speed shifter clicking into place, leaving all the world behind the gate. Let the pipes roar through the valley floor, vibration shaking every single bone, killing every mile till the sun goes down. Oh, I'm a highway legend, highway legend. Saw the state lines blurring in the rain, blue denim jacket pressing on my spine, running on a high that you can't replace, crossing over every county line, your hair blowing wild in the summer wind. Grinning as we lean into the curve, tires grabbing hold of the broken road, testing every ounce of my steady nerve. Let the pipes roar through the valley floor, vibration shaking every single bone. cracking on the western ridge. Hot metal hissing in the summer pour. White knuckles gripping on the iron bars. Coming back for in a heavy frame. Fuel and fire in a heavy frame. I ain't never gonna slow it down. Let the pipes roar through the valley floor. Vibration shaking every single bone. Killing every mile till the sun goes down. Oh, I'm a highway legend. Highway legend. Keep it rolling. Yeah, keep it rolling. Highway legend. Just a highway legend. Rolling till the pavement ends. Dust and thunder. Heels hit the dirt road hard. Left my keys at the bar. Walking past the fence. Sun is hot on my neck. The golden anthem rings. The golden anthem rings. La la la. The golden anthem rings. Golden anthem rings. Through the maps in the bin. I don't need a direction, just the noise. Just the noise in my head and the grit on the wind. The golden anthem rings. The golden anthem rings. La la la. The golden anthem rings. The golden anthem rings. Almost there. Can you hear it yet? Can you hear it? Just a few more miles. The golden anthem rings. The golden anthem rings. La la la. The golden anthem rings. The golden anthem rings. The golden anthem. The golden anthem. Yeah, it's ringing. The sun was low on the cattle gate. Dad was working till the day grew late. He grabbed the pliers and he pulled the wire. The tension rang like a silver wire. He said, son, this sound is the truth you need. It is the rhythm of the honest seed. It is the eternal twang of a life well lived. The pull of the heart and the grit to give. Like a steel guitar on a Saturday night. Holding steady through the dark and light. The song in the clouds and the dirt and the rain. The eternal twang driving through the pain. I took that feeling to the open road with a heavy heart and a lighter load. I've seen the sawdust on a barroom floor. I've heard the rattle of a diesel door. When the world gets loud and the wind gets cold, I hear the truth that the old man told. It is the eternal twang of a life well lived. The pull of the heart and the grit to give. sound or a clever rhyme. Not a clever rhyme. It is the way we measure out our time. A vibration deep within the bone, making sure we are never on our own. It is the eternal twang of a life well lived. The pull of guitar on a Saturday night, holding steady through the dirt and the rain. The eternal twang driving, just keep it ringing. Let the string keep singing. The eternal twang. In the gray stone, builders of this heavy state, flesh and blood and bone. They left their marks in the clay before they went away. Watch the sparks fly, look 'em in the eye. The hammer hits the steel, tell me what you feel. I bear the burden and the weight, holding the world back. The ledger stays in my hand, the king of the ruined land. Watch the sparks fly, look 'em in the eye. The hammer hits the steel, tell me what you feel. Now standing in the way, I won't let them break. Whatever it takes, yeah. Hall of Fame heart, beating for the brave, tough as the iron, rising from the grave, yeah. Keep the flame high, never let it die now. Hall of Fame heart, yeah. Hall of Fame heart. Spent 5 days hauling scrap down in the yard. My hands are stained and the work is hard. Met the boys by the rusted southern gate. The iron's cold, but we can feel the weight. We climbed the stairs until our lungs felt thin, waiting for the anthem to rise up from within, to rise up from within. Under that stadium sunset, where the orange bleeds into the blue. Yeah, we've seen the seasons come and go, but I'm still standing here with you. Still standing here with you. Just a few old souls in a sea of noise, hinged on the hope of the hometown boys. Remember 98 when the rain poured down? We lost by 3 and walked out through the crowd. Leather boots soaked through to the very bone. bottles, and we've shared the scars, looking for a sign among the stars. Under that stadium sunset, where the orange bleed to the blue. Yeah, we've seen the seasons come and go, but I'm still standing here with you. Just a few old souls in a sea of noise, hinged on the hope of the hometown boys. My old man's name is carved in seat 14, a ghost in the rafters, part of the machine. He taught me how to win and how to bleed and how to find the only thing you need. Under that stadium sunset, where the orange bleed to the blue. Yeah, we've seen the seasons come and go, but I'm still standing here with you. Just a few old souls in a sea of noise, hinged on the hope of the hometown boys. The light is fading fast, but the brotherhood will last. Yeah, it's gonna last. It's gonna last. Under the orange sky, watching the years go by.
Scrape the frost off the glass with a brass key. Left a note on the table for nobody. Oil stain on the drive like a black mark. Fired her up in like a black mark. Fired her up in the shivering dark. The bench seat is cold and the dash is cracked. The bench seat is cold and the dash is cracked. I'm pointing west and I ain't looking back. Hear that roaring engine pull me away, where the sky turns to soft and the world turns to gray. Keep my eyes on the line where the earth starts to bend. I'm chasing the ghost of a road with no end. The old man had a heavy foot and a short fuse. Left me this truck and a handful of blues. Valves are ticking like a clock on the wall, counting the minutes till I leave it all. High octane smelling the vibe breathing. Oh, high octane smell and the vibrations right drowns out the sounds of the town tonight. Hear that roaring engine pull me away, where the sky turns to soft and the world turns to gray. Keep my eyes on the line where the earth starts to bend. I'm chasing the ghost of a road with no end. Ain't looking for a hand or a steady heart, just a fresh tank of gas and a place to start. The weight of the walls is a heavy stone. I'd rather be moving and entirely alone. Entirely alone. Hear that roaring engine pull me away, where the sky turns to soft and the world turns to gray. Keep my eyes on the line where the earth starts to bend. I'm chasing the ghost of a road with no end. Just a road with no end.
The river runs heavy with the winter rain. It carves a path through the ancient stone. I have carried the weight of the iron years, walking this valley entirely alone. The wind does not ask for a reason why, it simply bends the tallest pine. and I have learned to stand within the storm, tracing the circle of a long design. There is a dignity in the broken earth, where the harvest rose from the frozen ground. I see the silver in the mirror now, a quiet strength that I've finally found. The labor of youth was a restless fire, burning things that the wind would take, but the timber of the season well, by every promise that we had to break. It is a heavy weight upon the brow, a classic crown that the spirit wears, forged in the heat of the midday sun and the long silence of our private prayers. It does not shine with a borrowed light. It is the polish of a heart made whole, a classic crown of a life well lived, the steady weather of a resilient soul. I remember the face of a younger man, searching for mercury in the stream, but the current only offers what is real, moving beyond the ghost of a dream. The mountains remain stark and indifferent to the passing day. I have traded the flash for the solid grain, finding the beauty in the salt and gray. It is a heavy weight upon the brow, a classic crown that the spirit wears, forged in the heat of the midday sun and the long silence of our private prayers. It does not shine with a borrowed light. It is the polish of a heart made whole, a classic crown of a life well lived, the steady weather of a resilient soul. A heart made whole. The seasons do not hurry for the man. The tide will come and go as it must. We build our temples out of common clay and watch the iron turn into rust. Turn into rust. The steady weather.
Jagged edge, looking off the granite ledge. The night is dead, the dark is done. Here comes the heavy metal sun. Mountain anthem, loud and proud, breaking through the thunder cloud. High voltage on the peak, power to the brave and weak. Shout it out. Sound until the sky starts to crack. I'm never gonna look back. A mile high, I'm feeling tall, watching all the giants fall. Mountain anthem, loud and proud, breaking through the thunder cloud. High voltage on the peak, power to the brave. Shout it out, mountain anthem. Copper wire and silver rain running through my heavy veins. Ignite the rock, ignite the soul. Let the mountain take control. Take control. Take control. Mountain anthem, loud and proud, breaking through the thunder cloud. High voltage on the peak, power to the brave and weak. Shout it out, mountain anthem.
kick the dirt, I kill the light. I'm back on the blacktop, looking for a fight. The engine screams, the pistons moan. I'm a long way back to a heavy home. It's a legendary mile, yeah, a legendary mile. Legendary mile, I burn my soul on a legendary mile. The tires are bald, the rain is cold. I'm selling the youth that I never sold. I said move, yeah, I said go. The ditch is deep and the light is low. It's a legendary mile, yeah, a legendary mile. Legendary mile, I burn my soul on a legendary mile. Drive it down, drive it down, drive it down, drive it down, drive it down. Push it hard against the ground, 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 ground. Kettle hissed upon the rack, the fire was dying in the grate. He never once looked lately back or lingered by the garden gate. The hounds, they bayed a hollow sound to see their master leave the door. Across the hard and frozen ground, across the hard and frozen ground, to walk the hills and vales no more. No more, no more. He rode through lowlands damp and cold, where blackthorn rips the traveler's sleeve. He sought no silver and no gold, but only sought the right to leave, but only sought the right to leave. The kinsman called from out the hall, stay here and drink the heavy wine. He did not heed their earnest call, but crossed the ancient borderline. A rider clad in tattered gray came galloping against the wind. Where do you wander, sir, I pray, with all your sins so neatly pinned? I seek the land behind the sun, where iron breaks and spirits rise. Then you must run as others run, with salt and gravel in your eyes. He passed the wood where spirits dwell, and trees do talk with tongues of oak. He heard the tolling of a bell beneath the shroud of heavy smoke. The task was shroud of heavy smoke, the task was set the trial long, to find the well that never dries, to sing the last and silent song before the pale and wintry sky. The wheels of time began to spin like stars upon a dusty floor. He felt the growth of soul within and craved the world forevermore. No rest for him forevermore, no rest for him by riverside, no shelter in the mountain bay. He pushed against the turning tide along the Encore Highway. The road it loops and circles wide through heathermore and jagged stone. With restlessness his only bride, he rides the barren world alone. For every end is but a start to seek the new and wilder way. With hunger in his beating heart upon the Encore Highway. On the highway, he rides the long and lonely way. Upon the highway. Glory days go. Glory days go. Glory days go. I was 18 years of sweat and bone, hauling timber till my hands were stone. Found a box of wire and cedar wood in a corner where the tractor stood. Struck a chord and felt the lightning jump. My heart started beating like a piston pump. My heart started beating like a piston pump. I didn't need a map or a helping hand. I found my heaven in a piece of land. It wasn't riches and it wasn't fame. It was the fire inside the frame. Living fast and playing bold. Mining for that glory days gold. For that glory days gold. Yeah, we were digging for that glory days gold. Glory days gold. Ran that engine till the gaskets blew. Across the county with a rowdy crew, shouting anthems to the pines and stars. Drinking shine from mason jars. Drinking shine from mason jars. We didn't care about the city way. We had the sun at the end of the day. Let the politicians talk their talk. I was busy making the floorboards rock. It wasn't riches and it wasn't fame. It was the fire inside the frame. Living fast and playing bold. Mining for that glory days gold. For that glory days gold. Yeah, we were digging for that glory days gold. Grandpa said I'd play my soul to hell. Maybe so, but I play it well. I'll take the dirt and the diesel smoke before I ever wear a suit and yoke. Stomp your boots on the hardwood floor. I'm kicking down the devil's door. It wasn't riches and it wasn't fame. It was the fire inside the frame. Living fast and playing bold. Mining for that glory days gold. For that glory days gold. Glory days gold. Yeah, we were digging for that glory days gold. Glory days gold. Digging in the dirt. Glory days gold. Yeah, give me that gold. Keep it loud. Glory days gold. Keep it bold. Glory days gold. Left the Bedford idling by the dock, mud cake thick on the wheel arch. Sky's the color of a wet slate, cold enough to make ache. She cold enough to make your teeth ache. She didn't look back once, just dragged that suitcase through the slush. Catch the big one, but the line just snapped the cold. Had a speech rolled up in my throat, like a damp rag or a bad debt. Wanted to say stay for the winter, stay for the rust in the gray water, but I watched the ramp pull up, metal grinding against the stone. Yeah, I lost the big one, watched her slip right through the hole. Now the pup's got a fire going, but the heat don't touch the bone. Just a pine and a heavy silence, and the long drive back alone. So the lights fade out past the breakwater, small and sharp like a needle's gauge. Should have been more than a ghost on the P-words, and now I'm a man with none. The big one, she's the big one. Sand, cracked leather under my hand, tires spinning deep in the red, hungry for the miles ahead. Sun is a weight on my head, radiator bleeds on the sand. Trapping the ghost, champions roll. Heavy the load, cold in the bone, cold in the bone. Maps are just dust in the wind, forgot where the trouble begins. Oil staining every deep line, running out of luck and of time. Walking till the stars start to climb. Maps are just dust in the wind. Trapping the ghost, champions roll. Stand my ground in the fight, in the fight. Hold on, trapping the ghost, champions roll. Heavy the load, cold in the bone. Still walking, still breathing the soul. The fault is mine, mine. The creek rose up and claimed the bottom land. I stood there with a shovel in my hand, silt in the floorboard, silt in my teeth. The mountain's angry at what's underneath. The company left when the coal seam went dry, left us watching a bruised and heavy sky. It's thunder and glory. Thunder and glory. Widow Vance brought a bucket and a broom. We scrubbed the grease from the engine room. No help coming from the county seat. Just blistered palms and aching seat. Just blistered palms and aching feet. The hardwood's heavy when it's soaked with brine, but we're hauling the weight in a ragged line. Give me the thunder of a falling tree. Give me the glory of what used to be. Stacking the stones by the riverbed. Building a roof for a tired head. It's thunder and glory. To think that the storm was the end. Now I just see it as a chance to mend. The earth don't owe us a goddamn thing, but listen to the way the iron can ring. Listen to it ring. Give me the thunder of a falling tree. Give me the glory of what used to be. Stacking the stones by the riverbed. Building a roof for a tired head. It's thunder and glory. Thunder and glory. Just a hammer and a nail. Hold the cedar post steady. Don't let the hammer slip. New leather's gotta stretch before you find a proper grip. It ain't about the fence line. It's about the ground you keep. Watch how the hawks circle low against the timber line. Storms rolling off the creek. We're running out of time. The wind has got a temper like your granddad used to find. It's a hard way to make a living, but an honest way to die. In this everlasting country, underneath the heavy sky. Everlasting country. My knuckles are turning white. The winners took their toll. Put your shoulder to the gate. Let the iron test your soul. I'm handing you the keys now to everything I know. It's a hard way to make a living, but an honest way to die. In this everlasting country, underneath the heavy sky. Everlasting country. Just keep the wire tight, Keep the wire tight, watch the weather, son. Everlasting country. Tires bite the soft black dirt. Metal skin starts to flake and hurt. Chewing on a mouth full of salt. This ride is not my fault. Not my fault. Crown Jewel Drive, stinging just to feel alive. Whoa, well, Crown Jewel Drive, Crown Jewel Drive. The sky is a sheet of lead, counting teeth inside my head. Nails scratching at the floor. I don't need the sun no more. No more. Crown Jewel Drive, stinging just to feel alive. Whoa, well, Crown Jewel Drive, Crown Jewel Drive. Sink down, deep down, hard stone, last bone. Sink down, deep down, deep down. Crown Jewel Drive, stinging just to feel alive. Whoa, well, Crown Jewel Drive, Crown Jewel
I am crossing the state line again. The clouds are building like your shoulders, heavy with the weight of unsaid things. A violet bruising on the indigo air. I see the shape of our last winter in the way the cedar bends to the wind. Nothing is ever truly gone, it just moves to a different height. Looking up at the monument sky, where every ghost finds a place to rest under the monument sky. You are a flint-eyed ghost in the atlas, a permanent fixture of the high desert. I remember the salt on your skin, the way the heat made the road shimmer. I try to drive until the engine aches, but the horizon keeps your exact profile. A mountain range of mistakes and mercy, carved into the blue by a jagged hand, staring into the monument sky, where every ghost finds a place to rest under the monument sky. Freedom is a cold glass of water. It never quite quenches the thirst for home. I am an apprentice of the open road, learning the language of the hawks and the way the light dies in the canyon. The light dies, it all falls away. The stars are beginning to puncture the dark, like sills arbor pins in a velvet map. I am small beneath the history of us. I am small beneath the history of us, but I am finally learning to breathe. The air is thin and taste of pine. I forgive the girl I used to be while the moon watches over the wreckage, safe beneath the monument sky, where every ghost finds a place to rest. Under the monument sky, everything stays written.
Kick the dust off my worn out leather, stand my ground through the heavy weather. Iron fence cutting through the heat. I won't ever taste a cold defeat. Men in suits coming for the keys, bringing every mountain to its knees. Hear the engine of the hammer fall, watch me stand against the canyon wall. Fire burning in the open sky, let the spirit of the fathers fly. They can never take away the soul, they can never take away the soul. Keep the heart of a legend whole. Granted bled on this jagged stone, built this empire on his skin and bone. Wolves are howling at the kitchen door. I don't fear the coming of the war. Hear the engines of the hammer fall. Hear the engines of the hammer fall, watch me stand against the canyon wall. Fire burning in the open sky, let the spirit of the fathers fly. They can never take away the soul, they can never take away the soul. Keep the heart of a legend whole. Thunder rolling through the valley wide, got the ghosts of giants on my side. Strike the match and let the mountain shake. Give them everything I've got to take. Take it all. Burn it in the sky. Let the spirit fly. Yeah, I'm standing tall against the wall. Thick mud on the boots, blood inside the grain. I gave this hill my life, took back the winter rain. Hands like cracked stone, waiting on the blade. Thick mud on the boots, standing ovation. The earth is screaming, standing ovation. Deep in the soil, standing ovation. rust in the rose. Stalks taller than my ghost. Fed the dirt my bone. What I needed most. Silent in the heat. Sun is a heavy weight. I'm rust in the rose. Standing ovation. The earth is screaming. Standing ovation. Deep in the soil. Standing ovation. The sky is breaking. Knees deep in the dust. I can't feel my face. Give me one more season in this hollow place. The harvest is a beast. The harvest is a cage. Standing ovation. The earth is screaming. Standing ovation. Deep in the soil. Standing ovation. Standing ovation, lower me down. Standing ovation, the corn is tall, the wind is loud. Sunday morning with a bit of rain, watching water running down the drain. Muddy boots by the kitchen door. I don't need to ask for much no more. Much no more. It's a rugged life, but it feels so sweet. Keeping time to the walking beat. Sing it loud, sing it true. Forever anthem. Me and you. Old man Miller's at the pub at 4, talking loud like he did before. The fire is up and the ale is cold. Better than a life that's bought and sold. Bought and sold. It's a rugged life, but it feels so sweet. Keeping time to the walking beat. Sing it loud, sing it true. Forever anthem. Me and you. Let the big shots run to London smoke. Treating living like a funny joke. I'm rooted deep in the dirt and clay. No other way to spend the day. It's a rugged life, but it feels so sweet. Keeping time to the walking beat. Sing it loud, sing it true. Forever anthem. Me and you. It's just the way we live. Forever anthem. Got a lot of love to give. Forever anthem. White lines end around the bend. Dust in teeth. Hell underneath. Hell underneath. You look cold. feet on stone, walk alone. I won't beg, bro won't beg. A broken leg, you can stay right away. Peak of the past, ain't no turning. Peak of the past, brakes are burning. Peak of the past, gas is low, slow we go. One way down to a different town. Leave the ghost, kill the most. I said climb, clear. I said climb, clear. Don't you fall behind the wall. Peak of the past, ain't no turning. Peak of the past, brakes are burning. Peak of the past, which way? Hard way. Gone. 10 years punching on a rusted clock, living like a prisoner underneath a rock. The boss man screaming, the grease in my hair. Now I'm breathing in the open air, taking my victory lap, victory lap. Broke out of the trap, broke out the trap. Hands on the wheel, heart made of steel, taking my victory lap. Yeah, kicked the gravel, left the town behind. Burn the trouble out of my mind. Got a full tank and a heavy boot. Watch me tango with the bitter root, taking my victory lap, victory lap. Broke out of the trap, broke out the trap. Hands on the wheel, heart made of steel, taking my victory lap. Let the engine scream, let the pistons pound. I'm the only king in this dusty ground. No more digging, no more dirt. I'm the one who's gonna
The preacher asked if I'd be true. The sun was hot and the sky was wide. I said I would, and I meant it then. With nowhere left for me to hide. Now I'm on this eternal highway, just a long and dusty stretch of time. I made a choice and I'm driving on with your heavy heart right next to mine, right next to mine. You spent your check down at the bar. I washed the grease from your denim clothes. I could have left when the kids were small, but that ain't how the feeling goes. Now I'm on this eternal highway, just a long and dusty stretch of time. I made a choice and I'm driving on with your heavy heart right next to mine, right next to mine. Mile after mile, still holding the wheel, still holding on. This eternal highway is all that is real.
Silverado Park by the cattle gate, dust cloud hanging like a heavy ghost. You were riding shotgun with a Colt tin can, counting fence posts till the sun went down. Tires humming on the blacktop scene. We were searching for a place to breathe. Searching for a place. Ain't no mountain that we couldn't climb, chasing rhythms through the washboard miles. Out of every road I ever burned through, this has been the greatest ride. Transmission slipping in the winter mud, empty pockets and a lot of nerve. We shared the sweat and the engine grease, sleeping in the bed on a Friday night, looking at the stars through a cracked windshield. Built a life out of iron and grit. Built it out of grit. Ain't no mountain that we couldn't climb, chasing rhythms through the washboard miles. Out of every road I ever burned through, this has been the greatest ride. Odometer spinning like a crazy clock, body's bruised but the frame is strong. We're still upright and we're moving fast, cutting through the dark with the high beams on. Ain't no mountain that we couldn't climb, chasing rhythms through the washboard miles. Red clay stuck in my teeth. Taste of copper and rain. Taste of copper and rain. Sat in the bed of that truck, watching the sky turn gray. Nobody knew where I went, just the flies in the heat. Flies in the heat. Scraped my knees on the bed, blood felt heavy and real. It was the gold standard before the rust set in. Everything felt like bone. Everything felt like skin. Barbed wire fence in the weeds. Found a bird on the ground. Stuck a stick in its side. Didn't make a single sound. Didn't make a single sound. The grease on my father's hands smelled like diesel and hay. I was small in the grass and the world felt late. It was the gold standard before the rust set in. Everything felt like bone. Everything felt like skin. Burn the barn down. Let the asphalt thin. Tear the skin back. Find the heart of the west. Tell me, where did the dirt go? Where did the dirt go? Broken latch on a cardboard case, running at a steady pace. Muddy water on the fender chrome, long way from a place called home. Dusty boots on a wooden floor. I can't remember what I'm here for. Just a ticket and a heavy load. Gray clouds on the gravel road. It's an endless encore. Shout until the throat is sore. One more night and one more town. Never let the curtain down. It's an endless encore. Yeah, we're coming back for more. Waitress at the counter stares, thinking about the life she shares. While I'm tuning up the low E string, listening to the rafters ring. Black ink on a paper scrap, no use for a folded map. The snare drum is the only heart tearing the old world apart. It's an endless encore. Shout until the throat is sore. One more night and one more town. Never let the curtain down. It's an endless encore. Yeah, we're coming back for more. The wind blows cold and dry underneath the heavy purple sky, but the fire in the wire stays hot. Giving everything I've got. I'm drinking up the rhythm like wine. It's an endless song. kids run, looking for a piece I never won. Left my boot prints in the heavy clay, trying to find a better kind of day. The highway is a long and narrow line. I'm leaving all the wreckage far behind. Take the wind and the driving rain, break the links of heavy chain. Show the way for the ones who follow through, doing what the heart was meant to do. Watch me ride into legend, far beyond the setting sun. Every scar is a mark upon the map, escaping from a long and lonely trap. People watch me with a steady eye, finding grace underneath this heavy sky. I don't mind the heat or the dusty wind. That's where the real life starts to begin. Take the wind and the driving rain, break the links of heavy chain. Show the way for the ones who follow through, doing what the heart was meant to do. Watch me ride into legend, far beyond the setting sun. It wasn't easy and it wasn't fair, but there's a certain power in the air. When the struggle finally turns to light, I can see the ending of the night. Take the wind and the driving rain, break the links of heavy chain. Show the way for the ones who follow through, doing the heart was meant to do. Watch me ride